Hi there, this is my build of the de Havilland Mosquito FB Mark 6. There are three different markings that you can use. The first one is 143 Squadron. And over on the other side, you've got the other one, which is from 157 Squadron. But this is the one that I've done. This is the from 487 Squadron. Now, I've done quite a lot of models before, but I've never done any weathering or anything like that. So this is the first time that I've had a go at weathering. So take you through the paints that I used. I used the XF81, the dark green RAF. I used XF83, medium sea grey. And then I used also XF82, the ocean grey. So those are the three colours for the fuselage. And then I used the clear. Had quite a lot of trouble getting a real gloss finish. So the other paints I used are flat black, and I used the rubber black. That was for the tyres. Then I also used buff for the weathering, so that's XF57. So I did a light spray of the buff and used that elsewhere. And then I used the Tamiya weathering master kit as well, which has got sand, light sand and mud. I used mostly mud. Then for the undercarriage and the bits inside, I used X11, that's the chrome silver, and flat aluminium, the XF16. I love that colour. That was really nice. I've not used flat aluminium before. Then for the pilots, I used flat flesh, XF15. I also used for the first time this type of cement, the Tamiya extra thin cement. Found it absolutely brilliant. I've usually used the Revel stuff. For the masking, I used 0.5 centimetre flexible tape and 1 centimetre masking tape, the Tamiya version. And then sort of odds and sods, these are the brushes that I used. I used some cotton buds, never used those types of things before. Some other paints that I used, so for the tips of the propellers, I used Revel Matte 15. I used also XF71 for the cockpit, and then for weathering I used oils and Sansador. And I've never used oils before. So this is what it looks like. This is how I finished it off. I think I've overdone the weathering. I've tried to do quite a knackered mosquito, but I think mainly because I haven't done weathering before. So I think, you know, I'll let you judge, but I might have overdone it. And also apologies for my turntable. It's the one that I use for sculpting, but in future videos I'll make sure I get a decent turntable and backdrop as well. So just looking around it, you can see I've used some of the pock marks where I've used lighter shades of the dark olive, and then in the middle just a darker shade of it, just to give those chips. On the edges I've done a mixture of that, so the lighter colours and darker colours, but also I used chrome silver and flat aluminium, just stippling those edges to make them look a little bit worn, and then round the cowling you can see there. I did the same on the propellers. I slightly overdid it on the propellers, so I had to redo those, so they look a bit better now. I also learnt about decals, and you can't put masking tape over the top of a decal. You can see there the T has been ripped off. That's my error. Lots to learn, got lots to learn. So you can see more weathering here on the back there. Then we come around, you can see I messed up the decal, so on the tail plane, so I've tried to make it look like it was some kind of flying accident. Round the landing gear, I found the Tamiya weathering kit really good. You can just dust that on, and it gives it a really good muddy finish. And again, you can see the chipping there. And you can see the darkness in the undercarriage there, where all the dirt seems to have gathered. Well, that's from using oil paints, which I've mixed thinned down with Sansador, which is basically a thinner, odourless thinner. That's a sort of it gives you a better idea of what it looks like. I think I've got the paint too thick where I'm trying to do some exhaust fumes here, so that's something for me to learn in the future. And here you can see there's the cockpit detail. Again, I've tried to do some flecking to make it look quite tired, but you can see I really did struggle with the because I've not done airbrushing before, and I was hoping for that to be a much more glossy finish than it actually is. So I've got some learning there. I started out by using, I think it was 20% thinner, and then from watching a lot of videos I got down to, I found out that it should be more 50-50. But there we are. I hope you like it. I'd love to hear your comments or any ideas. That's obviously my first one, so I'm learning loads. Any comments to help would be absolutely brilliant, good or bad. So thanks very much, and I'll try and do another one. And next time, I think what we do with these is, from what I've seen in other videos, is that I do a build and you watch as I do a build going along. So let me know if that's more of interest to you than just seeing the finished product like that and listening to me wobble on about how I've done it. Okay, thanks very much anyway, and see you again soon. Thank you, bye.